What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cool Jake C, and this is another episode of Trap News. Today in the news, we got no other than mega pastor Joel Osteen, who's been caught up in the rapture. I want you guys to take a look at this video clip, man, and tell me what you think.
Osteen is with us now. Pastor, good morning to you. Thank you for getting up early with us. We appreciate it.
Hey, great to be with you all.
Well, of course, by now you're familiar with the criticism that the church has faced. And I guess my question is to you, why did the church wait until yesterday to start taking in people?
Well, our church doors have always been open. In fact, we took people in right when the water started to recede, which was just a day or two after the big storm hit. But we worked very closely with the city. 4 miles down the road, the city established its biggest shelter with room for thousands, with beds, with kitchen supplies, with everything they need, security. They didn't need us as a shelter right then. And we coordinate with them all the time. If we needed to be a shelter, we would have certainly been a shelter right when they first asked. But once they filled up, never dreaming we'd have this many displaced people, they asked us to become a shelter. And we said, hey, we'd love to be a shelter. That's what Lakewood is all about. But I think this notion that somehow we would turn people away or we weren't here for the city is about as false as can be.
Pastor Osteen, it sounds like you think the criticism itself is unfounded and just a bit silly. But you guys did put out a statement on Monday, and in that statement you said in part, we are prepared to shelter people once the cities and county shelters reach capacity. I think a lot of folks probably read that or heard that and thought, why wouldn't the house of worship open its doors immediately, initially, even perhaps before some of the other shelters?
We're all about helping people. This is what the church is, and our church is all about. So I think I don't know if it's unfounded, but I think if people were here, they'd realize there were safety issues. This building had flooded before, and so we were just being precautious. But the main thing is the city didn't ask us to become a shelter then.
And Pastor Osteen, do you sort of wish you could kind of have a redo on the last few days? I mean, it has been a bit of a PR nightmare for you guys. What would you have done differently?
Yeah, I'm sure we've done something differently, but the fact is, I don't know that we would have opened any sooner because, again, there were safety issues. I think sometimes, somehow social media can be very powerful and they can create this false narrative. But if you're sitting in another state and you're not here, I mean, my niece was stranded right across the street from this building, nowhere to go. This building was 1 foot from flooding. If we didn't have our floodgates, it would have flooded. And so it's easy to say, wow, there's that big building, they're not using it. But we don't have volunteers and we don't have staff that could get here. So we're all about helping the city whenever we could. If they would ask us to become a shelter early on, we would have prepared for it all and been ready to help. But hey, thank God we can do it now and help the city, in this way.
Were you surprised?
That's con man Joel Osteen. And if you look at his body language, man, it was just something off about this guy. My first time seeing him, man, I could just tell that he's not authentic. He's not real. He just, even in the interview, man, the guy looks uneasy. To me, you ask me, I believe he was caught in a lie, a red-handed lie, and now he's on here backpedaling, trying to correct his downfall. I mean, this crazy, man. And like I said, these mega churches, and emphasis on mega church, they collect all this money, and in a time of need for those people down in Houston, this guy will now open the door, man, to his church, his mega church that I'm pretty sure the people of the city of Houston, some of them at least, help contribute and donate to him keeping that building open. And this is the thanks you get. And this is the reason why I do not subscribe to religion. Because it's con men like this, man, that screw it up for everybody. And you know it's bad when you go to church nowadays. And I'm pretty sure you guys seen it too. Well, in the back of the church is an ATM. Yes, an ATM in the church. So you tell me if they doing this for profit or prosperity or prophecy. You be the judge, man. By the way, this is my time. Cool Jake C. Y'all drop me a comment down below and let's talk about it. Do you think Joel Osteen was in the wrong? Or do you think this is much to do about nothing? Go ahead, y'all drop me a comment. Till the next time we meet, peace.